everyone and welcome back. Now if you joined me yesterday, you will have heard me say at the end of yesterday's video that we're going to be starting a series on trees. Well, I'm a twit. We're not doing trees, that's the next series. We're going to be doing different types of skies. Again using our watercolour pencils. And we're going to start with a nice dark stormy sky. I know, well here anyway, here in the UK, it's beautiful sunshine. Sadly, because of the lockdown, we can't go out, but we can enjoy pictures of the skies and we can look out of the window. So it's not all bad news. But with our Derwent watercolour pencils, well, I'm using my Derwent. You can use whatever watercolour pencils you have. And I've already put a very pale basic wash of, what did I use? I used gunmetal as a basic wash. And with my French grey, I've already drawn in the shapes of the clouds. And all you do, you take your... Yes, I used my French grey for that, and you just draw the shapes in like that. It's ever so easy, but just make sure that they're random. Don't do perfectly patterned and equal clouds, because clouds aren't like that. And it'll be a lot more effective if you do them random. And we're going to start off with our French grey. There we go. And I'm just going to shade over this. We're not going to be particularly neat. And it doesn't even matter if you come out of the lines a little bit, but it might be best if we try and stay roughly within the realms of the lines or the regions. So if it comes over a little bit, don't worry about it, it'll work out fine. This is a sky, so skies are never perfect. They're perfectly beautiful, of course, but they're never perfectly aligned and the patterns all neatly in sections. Nature doesn't work like that, and that's the way it should be. So we're just going to start off with our French grey just to give it a base. And we're going to keep doing that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my French grey down. By the time we finish with this, you won't see these outlines here, so don't worry. If you're thinking, oh, clouds don't have outlines either, you won't see them by the time we're done, so don't worry about it. And then I'm going to take my blue grey, and that's this one here, blue grey. And this is what's going to make them look really thundery and dark. And we're just going to shade that on over there, like that. Oh, we have gone over a little bit, but it doesn't matter. It'll be fine. Trust me, I'm an artist. So we're going to carry on doing that. And of course, we are going to do that over the other two clouds as well. Just keep shading nice and loosely. Nothing too specific. We'll get into the specifics and the detailed projects a bit later on when we've had a bit more practice with these watercolour pencils. And then finally, before we add the water, I'm going to use my gunmetal, that's that one there, and I'm going to add just a bit of shadow, cloud shadow, in the bottom of these clouds, just like that, just here, and along here, like that, and again there, like that, and again in that one there. So that's a nice dark cloud at the top there. Glad we're indoors, it looks like it's going to rain. So now I'm going to take a sort of medium-ish detail brush. This is roughly about a number 4, I should imagine. Hasn't got a number on it, it's just called a medium detail brush. And we'll get into the brushes that I use a bit later on in another video. And so I'm going to start at the top here. And we're just going to gently, in circular motions, blend in our clouds like that, just like that, so it gives a nice soft edge, because clouds, even stormy clouds, never have hard edges, they're nice and soft. So we'll do that and we'll work our way down, again going over the edges to make them nice and soft. So do you see what I mean now when I said you wouldn't see these edges, the edges and the outlines to the clouds? They're blended in beautifully. These Derwent pencils are really good. They blend in beautifully. And at the bottom of this video, in the description, I will add the colours that I used. And again, I'm using Derwent watercolour pencils. And they can be bought from saa.co.uk. I'm sure you can get them from other places, but that's where I get mine. And I shall add all this in the description below. So don't worry about it. You don't have to remember it all. I will add it in. So there we go, that's our nice stormy cloud. And if you want the sky just a little bit darker, you think, oh well, that's not a very dark sky. what we can do, we can take our blue-grey again and just very, very lightly, not too much, just very, very lightly, shade between the clouds like that, while it's still a little bit damp, because that'll give it a little bit of interest. So just very lightly like that, between the clouds as well. It will go wet and it'll go a bit smudgy, but that's okay, they're clouds, so just give it a bit more background if you think, oh yes, well that could do with being a bit darker. And again, we take our brush and we just make it a bit darker. We blend it like that. And now that those clouds look much more menacing now, don't they? That looks much darker and greyer. And the threat of rain, even on a sunny day like today, well it is here. Hopefully it's nice where you are too, even though we are indoors. We can still have fun indoors with whatever we do, whether it's painting or anything else. So there's our dark, stormy sky. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. And when we come back tomorrow, we will be doing a beautiful sunset sky, so something completely different to this one. So please do come back and join me for that one. And in the meantime, do stay safe, take great care, and enjoy your painting. Bye bye for now.